the power! We got the power!
And this is something that should go down in history, and it should be a lesson for any other union, that the only thing that you have is your unity.
In my 25 years of helping lead in this workers' movement, I've never been through a strike where we were stronger on the 60th day than the first day.
That spirit of holding on and not giving in is going to be the way that we're going to take our nation's hospitals union in this country.
Patient care! Patient care!
We're all in it together, we're all looking out for each other, and that's what a union is about. And this is a testimony to the power of belonging to a righteous union.
If you want something for better, you have to at least sacrifice yourself, your time, effort, and everything. So I'd say that's a small price to pay if you want justice. And I think that's a small price to pay if you want quality care. And I think that's a small price to pay for us being one union.
No contract! No peace! I said no contract! No peace! I said no contract! No peace!
This is not us being defensive, this is us being offensive. Creating a training and upgrade fund, ensuring that workers have a voice in how the hospital gets staffed, taking wages and benefits out of competition so that employers are having to compete on the basis of who provides the highest quality and not who provides the cheapest care. That's what this all represents, and if the CPMC workers can stand up and win, then anybody who has the courage to replicate what they did can as well.
One day longer! One day longer! One day longer! One day longer! U-G-L-Y!
The bargaining we had with all these Sutter hospitals that we have a contract with in mid-August was a charade. They came there with no intent to bargain. It was an insult and demeaning to every UHW worker and the union staff and the mediator.
Sutter es un mentiroso. ¿Por qué? Porque nos engañó. Dijo que iba a hacer contrato con nosotros y no fue así.
The same contract was approved by Kaiser, by Catholic Healthcare West, and Chinese Hospital, the very same contract. And all we want Sutter to do is to say yes to what the mediator has proposed.
So Sutter, you might as well get ready, because this is a strike that you'll never forget.
We're doing great. I'm proud to say that our food service department is 100%. I'm also proud to say that One South, our SNF unit, is 100%.
What's it about? Patient care! What's it about? Patient care! Healthcare workers fighting now! Healthcare workers fighting now!
But when I arrived here at 5 o'clock in the morning to see that the sidewalk was filled with my co-workers and no one was in there working, it was one of my greatest moments of the strike.
You'll be a patient here. Thank you.
Virtually 100% of our members are on the picket line today. And this morning, there were 7 television stations today. The news of the day is our union protecting patients, trying to force Sutter to put patients first.
The picket signs came out early this morning.
There's about 1,000 workers that have started to strike out here. Take a look at this line. These picketers have been out here for an hour now.
Several of these healthcare workers went and blocked those workers from getting off the bus.
Unos 800 trabajadores sindicalizados de un hospital de San Francisco se declararon hoy en huelga.
The strike is pitting one of the country's largest unions against the state's wealthiest and most powerful hospital chains.
For me personally, it's the patient care and safe staffing.
The union has accepted a federal mediator's compromise, but the hospital has not. Mike Coburn is a rehab aide who's also on the bargaining team.
We've agreed to a compromise that we think is fair, And from my point of view, the hospital just needs to agree to that compromise as well.
Virtually every hospital in Northern California has agreed to give their caregivers a real voice in decisions about care and staffing levels. Sutter Health is the lone provider that refuses to do that. Our union hasn't had an open-ended strike in 17 years, which is a demonstration that hospital workers don't want to strike, and in fact almost always reach amicable settlements. 2 weeks ago, CPMC agreed to a mediator's compromise to avoid this strike, and a few days ago, Sutter Health came in and forced CPMC to reverse that decision.
On behalf of the 1.8 million members of our union, I'm here to say this to you. You just keep asking for what you need. We are here one day more than Sutter is here. We're always going to be by your side. And you just ask for what you need, because I'll say on behalf of our members, we'll say yes.
What's the vote? Patient care! What's the vote? Patient care! What's the vote? Patient care! What's the vote? Patient care!
The number one thing we're out here fighting for, though, is better staffing.
Currently, I have 18 patients an evening, and the load is overwhelming.
One person is going to press the call button because she needs to go to the bathroom, but yet here I am taking care of the other 17 patients.
If a family member comes in the morning and see a patient lying in urine, they want to know why. They want to know why is their family member treated this way. Well, it's only one CNA. She can only do so much.
Porque quiero ir a la escuela para tener un mejor trabajo. Me gusta lo que hago, pero sí puedo superarme.
I do want to upgrade from that. I don't want to stay working in central distribution for the rest of my life.
Kaiser has it, CHW has it, Chinese hospital with 70 employees have the same thing to what we're asking for. And I'm saying, what is wrong with Sutter CPMC? Just say yes.
Hospitals and employees often say that they put their patients first, and few people would dispute that. But on occasion, disputes over pay, benefits, and even the operation of the hospital can lead to friction. But that won't be the case at Kaiser Permanente across the country over the next 5 years. The 82,000 healthcare workers at Kaiser Permanente have a new deal others will envy.
You don't know how long we've been waiting for something like this to happen. So now that it's here, we're going to take advantage of it and just go.
Wilson is talking about a $100 million trust fund that will help them get training to advance their careers. That's just one of the benefits Kaiser's union workforce has won. The pension plan is also being improved. All of this is unusual at a time when hospitals and health plans are being squeezed financially.
I absolutely believe that if we're the best place to work, we have offsetting costs in so many other areas that we can afford to pay the best salaries and the best benefits.
Cost saving has been achieved at Kaiser by labor management teams working together to reduce staffing turnover, to cut absenteeism and on-the-job injuries, and to improve patient staffing ratios. Consensus has replaced contention.
Both unions and management realized that there had to be a better way.
Labor peace is not always easy. Rosselli's union is part of the strike against California Pacific Medical Center, now in its third week. Kaiser's national agreement is not the approach CPMC takes.
Kaiser is a great organization. We're just different. We're run very differently. All the Sutter affiliates are locally governed hospitals.
Sutter Health, just say yes! Sutter Health, just say yes! Sutter Health, just say yes!
Ellos dicen que nosotros somos familia, nosotros somos CPMC y queremos que realmente los demuestre que realmente somos familia.
Get with it. Work with our proposals. Let's negotiate so we can get back to work and help out these patients that need our care.
Go to the table and talk with our union and give us a fair contract what the other hospital already have.
We are here for the needy, not for the greedy.
Just say yes.
Just say yes.
Just say yes.
Just say yes.
Just say yes. Just say yes.
Say yes.
Say yes.
Just say yes.
Sutter, you can hide. We can see your greedy side.
This is just the beginning, that you cannot take labor for granted. You have no idea how powerful our forces can be.
I am president of the board. My name is Aaron Peskin, and you do not want to make me mad. Because when I get mad and you want to build another hospital, you can just forget about it. So let's not go there, CPMC. Let's not go there, Sutter. Do not make me mad.
You see today's San Francisco Examiner's headline? It says, Mayor Newsom urges Sutter to sign deal with union.
Virtually every elected leader in Northern California was signed on to, we support the mediator's proposal to end the strike. Sutter, you have to support it too. The fact that Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, the minority leader of the Congress, actually sat in a room with us for 13 hours straight on a Sunday, getting us past these strike issues and helping to get Sutter CPMC to agree to our position on these strike issues, that says it all.
The San Francisco Board of Supervisors truly stepped up to the plate and used their role and used their authority as the elected spokespeople of the city of San Francisco to say that this is not something that is okay here in San Francisco.
I mean, I look at these proposals, it's not unreasonable. I mean, these people want to be trained so they can take care of patients.
And there is a training fund.
All right, you want to talk to them? I'll talk the details with you.
We can't negotiate here. This is not the time or the place.
Don't be arrogant with this Board of Supervisors.
Negotiations take place at the table.
All right.
And you asked us here to provide you information about residents, about what's going on in the hospital. Your own opening statement, did you not ask for an update on what's going on in the neighborhood and the residents? I believe you did, sir.
You know what? You know what, ma'am?
You did, sir.
You are out of order, and I would like Mr. Brotman to come to the hearing that we're going to have next Monday in these chambers.
If they want to stay in this city, if they want to stay here peacefully, then they better do right by the people that we serve and the people who live here.
And if we're going to build a hospital here, we have to make sure that the hospital that comes in puts patients first.
And I'm proud to stand most of all with you. Most of all with you. You work hard. You know how hard it is in hospitals. I know how hard it is to keep the hospital clean. I even know that it's not how good the doctors are, it's how good the nurses are, if you want to have a problem. That's true. That is true.
Well, the thing that's so sad about this, and it's so typical, is that the hospital trustees would have settled this for a reasonable amount put together by a federal mediator, and then the big corporations came in and said, no, we'll squeeze the workers harder. It's a big mistake.
And if they don't take care of you, if they are not fair, if they are not righteous, then at the state level, we'll come down. And if we have to take their funding, their state funding, and give it somewhere else, we'll do that.
Everywhere we go, folks wanna know, who we are, so we tell them, we are the union, the mighty union,
The rallies. The rallies have been the high point.
So I stand with you today because you matter. Whenever workers fight back and fight greed, they'll always make America better and the world more secure.
What I want to tell you is the work you're doing right now is sacred work because it's human work. It's because you're committed to the health and the care of individuals who are the most vulnerable.
Your struggle is now our struggle. Your fight is now the UFCW's fight. Thank you all.
When we're struggling as workers, we know we're doing this for ourselves, right? But when we have a union, we're doing it for each other. And in this case, we're doing it for the patients, right? For the patients of Sutter, so that they will have the kind of health care that people here in this country deserve. Health care is a major issue in the United States, and this hospital is one of the examples of why we need to reform the whole health care system, because they care more about their profits Do they care about their patients or they care about their workers?
Mabuhay mga CNAs! Mabuhay dietary! Mabuhay housekeeping! Mabuhay EBS! Mabuhay LVN! Mabuhay psych techs! I just want to especially honor the 20 people that have been arrested since the strike started, because they've gone a little bit further on the sacrifice meter. So we're going to present a nice t-shirt for all the arrestees.
I want to say to Jack, personally, if he doesn't know who his employees are, he needs to take a walk. We keep hearing, oh, those are not my employees out. SEIU is busing people here. Ride by Pacific campus, ride by Davis campus, come to Cal campus. Find out who your employees are.
I am a regularly staffed RN here at CPMC, and I can tell you that it is not business as usual in there. Our patients are not receiving the same quality care with the replacement workers as you provide.
I'm embarrassed to work for Sutter. You guys are the right hand of the nurses. I can't do my job if I don't have linens, correct? Right. Can I do my job if there's blood on tubing that is supposed to be sterile?
No.
I have taken a patient into a clean room to admit the patient, or supposedly clean room. There was dirty IV bags hanging from the IV pole. The trash had not been taken out. On another occasion, there was adipose tissue left in a bag in the operating room before we were bringing a patient into the room.
These people that are out on the line are worth their weight in gold, because they do. They do. I didn't realize how good a job they did, and I didn't realize how important they were to that hospital. So that's all I got to say.
A group of us from CHW came up today to walk the lines with you, and after seeing this, we're going to be talking to people in our facilities to get up here every week and walk with you.
CPMC, you are not alone. All the folks from Sutter, East Bay, raise your hands and hallelujah. Our fight is your fight. Help me out, y'all. Our fight is your fight. Your fight is our fight.
What they're trying to do to all of the hospitals in Northern California is to get us to accept standards that are worse than any union hospital in Northern California.
Sutter just might as well drop their hands, just lay down and sign that paper. Because we're in this battle until it's over.
Every day we're getting stronger. I can see it in our faces. Look, you are all smiling. We have the energy to do this. We have food to do this. And that gets better every day.
Because on the 30-day picket line here, I've seen people struggle to sacrifice themselves. They put themselves in the line for justice, for dignity, and self-respect.
We've been out here for almost a month and about 2 days now.
That's right.
If it rained outside, we'd still be out here. Hey! Till we get that contract. We winning, they losing. You know what? They need us. We don't need them, they need us in there. So who got the power? You got the power. What kind of power? You got power. We gonna win it. Yeah!
The noise level of a San Francisco hospital strike will not be coming down anytime soon. A judge today refused to impose a restraining order against picketers at 3 California Pacific Medical Center campuses. The hospital claims round-the-clock noise has affected patient care, but the judge said there wasn't enough evidence and cited the strikers' First Amendment right to picket.
Don't like the noise? Call Jack! Jack who? Jack 600? 6,000! Don't like the noise? Call Jack! Jack who? Jack 600? 6,000!
Just the ability for people to express themselves, you know, which again was something that the picket line unleashed in a very creative, positive way.
We're gonna beat back the boss attack.
Was something that led to this blossoming.
Are you ready to fight? What do we want? Contract!
You know, and at other times the noise was a protective device when you had, you know, goons hired by the hospital from the Steele Foundation. You know, there was a need to create a public awareness around what was going on at the hospital.
I used to be in the Army, so I'm used to like cadence, yelling out, and so I started doing that for the chanting, and like, it kind of came out of my shell.
I don't know, but I've been told. I don't know, but I've been told. Sutter's got a pot of gold. Sutter's got a pot of gold.
I'm gonna have a baby after 2 weeks, and I have 2 babies at home. It's very difficult, but you know, we have to be strong. One day we're gonna win. Even in the house, we are singing together. We are the union, they know how to sing, everything.
We're a peaceful group of people, we're healthcare workers, and I think it's a bad message to give from CPMC management to us that they need to hire this extreme security group.
They got to set up police, but they said they had no money to pay us. So I'll be here and I'll fight for what is right for us.
I can't believe that they could even spend that much money for the scabs, for everything, for the security. Imagine that $60 for the security. It's even more than the nurses can handle. So if they could support those people inside, how come they can't do it with us?
The bus carrying replacement workers had to face major confrontations when they tried to unload. But this morning's protest isn't just about the workers' contracts. Today, striking employees claim they're being harassed. They say security guards have been increasingly aggressive. The union says the hospital is using security guards who have been trained in military tactics, which is inappropriate to a community hospital. And just over an hour ago, here at the Pacific campus, one punched a woman who was picketing. We spoke with some eyewitnesses.
We started to yell and then they pushing us, and he started to kick it. So he kicked a woman, my friend. She kicked in the stomach, so she fell down. When she fell down, he punched her on the head. On her head. So she's crying, and I back up because I told her they hit me too.
Well, we just hold them up. Now we have this little thing where we try to hold up both vans. We hold up the first one, and then we'll let it go through, and then we get in front of the second one and hold them up, and that's how we do it.
What if there's no police here? Oh, then we
I don't know. They might not get their asses in. Oh, excuse me, take that off.
In San Francisco, 3 hospital workers have been accused of stealing Viagra. The suspects were hired temporarily to replace strikers who have walked off the job at California Pacific Medical Center. The security guard caught 1 male and 2 female workers taking more than a dozen packages from an open cabinet. All of them have been fired and may face prosecution.
You know, we were also doing fun stuff so that when people got bored walking around in a circle, we sent people to visit board of directors' homes.
We want to set up a meeting between you and our chief negotiator, John Borsos, to explain the deal points of the federal mediator's compromise proposal. Rosemary?
We want a meeting. We want a meeting. We want a meeting. We want a meeting.
Hey, Mr. Kaufman. What we're asking is that you sit down and meet with Mr. Borsos, right?
You're all trespassing here now. Do you know that?
Let's not get into that. Will you make sure you call him today?
I'll call him. I'll call him. Yeah.
Okay, call him right now.
Yeah, you check with
All
him.
right.
We get our highs from our co-workers enjoying the food that we cook for them. So that makes us happy. We try to experiment, because we have no restrictions on what kind of recipe to put on. Like, we're not inside the hospital, so we can ad-lib a little bit of the ingredients.
Very good, delicious. We have tamales, chilaquiles, champurrado, cornflakes, oatmeal, coffee, chicken soup, We have all kind of goodies in here.
Where did you learn to be such a good cook?
From my mother and from my grandma in Mexico.
It's good, especially the tortilla and the quesadilla. I like it. You know, I'm getting fat.
We keep the money for everybody, $5 each. But and then we bought the large fruit, 4 cans. Chinese food, tomen, tofu, fresh shrimp, and tapchai. Tapchai is a vegetable, fried vegetable. It's good, healthy for everybody.
Quality health care is our right. We are here and ready to fight. Today is Kid Day on the picket line at Pacific Campus. Put all those stuff in. It's not our power.
Kids have the power. Kids have the power. Union power. This is about
patient care.
And what do we want?
Contract.
One day longer.
One day stronger.
This is about
Patient care.
My slogan is, it had to be you. It had to be you. Da 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 da. I love the camera.
I'm waving my pom-poms because we are the mighty, mighty union. Healthcare Workers Union, fighting for our patients. Anything else you need me to tell you about? That's the story.
Hey people! We tell the story! We tell the whole damn world! Hey people! We tell the story! We tell the whole damn world!
I kept thinking that, okay, we're 3 weeks into it and people still seem pretty up, and we're 4 weeks into it and we still seem pretty up, and by that time there were groups that were always in the same spot and people had their area, and you would ask people how they were doing and it was like this badge of honor. We're absolutely okay, there's no problems, and people were probably as much concerned. In fact, they would ask all the time, so how are you doing? And there was a concern about how, like I personally was doing. That was just very heartfelt and something that was pretty moving.
We're not splintered. We're all in it together. We're all looking out for each other. And that's what a union is about. And this is a testimony to the power of belonging to a righteous union.
One day longer, one day stronger.
If anything, now that everybody knows that who's who, and now we've gotten to meet each other, now we're stronger than ever.
I love them. I treat them as my family. And as you can see here, even the food, we're sharing it. It's like an extended family.
We're all working for one goal. We're all working for one objective, which is justice for everybody.
We're stronger today than we were yesterday. We're going to be stronger tomorrow than we were today. And we have the faith, we have everything that we need. We're out here and we're winning this fight. Each and every day we're winning this fight.
We are so strong. We're united. We're fighting for something that's bigger than us.
I have to stay here for 3 weeks, 3 months, and 2 years. I'm still going to be out here fight because I believe that I'm doing the right thing.
If they're thinking that we're about to break down and give in, no one's even close to wanting to come back until they do what's right and what's fair and what's honorable.
500 healthcare workers at San Francisco's St. Luke's Hospital are preparing to join the picket lines against the California Pacific Medical Center. The clerical, lab, and support workers say they will strike on November 14th in solidarity with 800 nurses and medical staff who've been picketing St. Luke's since September. The main issue is staffing levels for the hospital, which was recently taken over by CPMC.
Just a week ago, they announced that 17 full-time equivalents would be laid off.
These healthcare providers do not want to strike, and we're ready to go to the bargaining table today, tomorrow, to avoid that strike.
We are the union! We are the union! The mighty, mighty union! The mighty, mighty union! Everywhere we go! Everywhere we go! People want to know! People want to know! Who we are! Who we are! Where we come from! Where
And now to a developing story. There is a settlement tonight in the 8-week-old strike against California Pacific Medical Center. KRON 4's Vic Lee joins us with that story. Vic?
Catherine, management and the union reached a tentative agreement late this afternoon. They also averted a threatening strike at CPMC's affiliate, St. Luke's Hospital.
And we are expecting a ratification vote tomorrow for CPMC and the same on Saturday for St. Luke's. I believe a settlement has been reached, and I believe the pickets will be off the line tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Picketers were told early this morning by union officials that some kind of settlement was reached. The only stumbling block left on the table, how to prevent another strike here at St. Luke's Hospital, which may merge soon with CPMC. Late this afternoon, they made it official. The union and both hospitals had finally reached an agreement.
The true winners in any effort like this are the patients and the citizens of San Francisco who we serve.
We believe that this new tentative agreement that we are unanimously supporting will be the foundation of a new relationship so that a hospital strike will never have to happen again in San Francisco.
We win! We won! We did it! El pueblo unido jamás será vencido! Oh, happy, happy, happy. 2 months here under the weather, cold, rainy, hot. We are here! Tomorrow we were united. We stand up to united, and that's why we win.
Nobody went back to work. I think that was the key.
Who hospital? Who president? Who got the power? We got the power! You got the power!
We're feeling terrific, and we whip their booties. One day longer, one day stronger.
I feel so happy.
We're very happy.
I just can't stop smiling.
Please hear that, from my point of view, I have never been so privileged to be a leader of this great union than this moment. Because this victory, we won this strike bigger than we've won any strike ever in the history of this.
We are trying to change the healthcare system in California, and to do that, there is struggle that's involved. There's no way to achieve that goal without some element of sacrifice and some element of struggle.
We're deeply committed to continuing to support what is going to need to happen with the rest of the Sutter system, because nobody's confused that what the CPMC workers were able to do was bring the San Francisco piece of the corporation to its knees, and that's what we need to do with the rest of Sutter throughout Northern California.
This is about power. We're trying to change the power dynamics that's going on between us and Sutter Health. So the only way that Sutter Health is going to share this power with the people that provide the care is to force them into it. And the only way to force them into it is to convince them that they would have to deal with a similar strike, at least 60 days long, that happened in San Francisco in their hospital. That's how we're going to win these standards at the other Sutter hospitals.
The victory is going to mean that we're going to have a say in safe staffing. The victory means that we got the education and training fund that CPMC has said many times that they wasn't even interested in. And for us to have the right to organize the unorganized is the biggest victory of all, because I'm hoping and I believe that from this day on, CPMC will never want to face another strike. One day longer. One day stronger.